All right, this morning a company that I've been watching just dropped news, and I want to walk everyone through it because it's a really good example of a business model that most retail investors never get access to. So GoGo AI just announced that one of their portfolio companies, Algo 8, landed a $4 million contract with a global tire manufacturer. So that's not a letter of intent, it's an actual deployment with $720,000 a year in recurring maintenance fees for the 5 years after that. So the total deal value is $7.6 million from a single customer. So I want to back up and explain, what GoGo AI actually is, how I found it, and why the contract matters. So if you've ever wished that you could invest like a venture capitalist, it's not fantasy, it's an actual model that you can find publicly traded. So venture capital companies, they find companies early, they invest at low valuations, and they help them grow, and then they exit at higher valuations. So that model's created generational wealth for some, but retail investors, we're typically locked out because we don't have the deal flow, we can't meet the minimums, and by the time something goes public, the venture capital groups have already made their money. So GoGo AI is structured as what's called an investment issuer. Think of it as a publicly traded fund focused on AI and robotics. They find early stage companies, they invest actively, they support them, and then they create value as that investment matures. But the difference is that you can buy these on the open market. It's a model that I love, and as quality options become more available, you'll see more of them in my portfolio. But full disclosure, I followed this company under a previous name, MedBright AI. At the time, the thesis was more scattered, and they've made a pivot. They rebranded to GoGo AI, they narrowed their focus to AI and robotics, and they brought in a team with real capital markets experience. That got my attention. I bought in, and now the structure looks like a market cap of about 17.5 million US, 114 million shares. Their flagship investment is Algo 8, and it's an industrial AI company. GoGo invested $900,000 at an $8 million valuation. But let's talk about Algo 8 because it is their flagship investment. And Algo 8, in just plain language, most factories weren't built for AI. They've got decades of equipment, dozens of software systems scattered across multiple departments. And traditional digital transformation means just ripping everything out and starting over. It's expensive, slow, and risky. What Algo 8 does, they take a different approach. They drop into your existing system and unify all the data into a single operational model. They call it an industrial AI operating system. You can think of it like this: instead of replacing the factory, they teach the factory to think. They build what's called a digital twin, not a static 3D model, but a living, learning representation of how the plant actually operates. On top of that, they layer AI that can diagnose problems, predict failures, and recommend actions. The goal isn't dashboards, it's measurable improvement in what they call gross value added. Basically, how much value the plant actually creates. So that brings us back to today's news. Algo 8 has commenced a phase 1 deployment with one of the world's tire manufacturers. The customer's name is confidential, but it's a publicly traded company with a market cap over $2.8 billion. So initial contract is about $4 million, annual maintenance fees of $720K per year for 5 years. Again, that's $7.6 million. Targeted improvement is 8 to 15% increase in gross value add. So you can see that they are definitely getting value out of what they're doing. But here's the kicker. This engagement is structured to scale across multiple plants. So this is real revenue from a real Fortune 500 level customer in active deployment. So now GoGo doesn't operate Algo 8. I don't want to confuse anybody there. GoGo owns a piece of it, but this is exactly what the capital allocator model is supposed to produce. They found Algo 8 early, they invested at a low valuation, and now Algo 8 is landing multi-million-dollar contracts with global industrial giants. So if the model works, GoGo finds more companies like this, invests early, supports their growth, and shareholders benefit as those investments appreciate. GoGo AI network is traded on the CSE ticker GOGO for GoGo. I own shares. This is not financial advice. It is my own research and opinion, but I think the model is worth understanding, and I'll be covering more as news develops. So I'm linking to the full release below, and have a great day.